We bring the latest news and updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Bongbong Marcos plans to pursue more policies and infrastructure projects that would help promote the country's tourism industry. Marcos pitched the proposal via teleconference during his second meeting with his cabinet on Tuesday. In a statement from the Office of the Press Secretary, the president cited Singapore's policies and plans that contributed to its good tourism performance despite its limited natural resources. Marcos also broached the idea of improving healthcare facilities in big tourist destinations similar to those in Hawaii and Thailand. He also stressed the need to make travel and lodging easier for tourists. Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco agreed that tourism policies must be improved given the availability of the country's natural resources and wealth of talent, as well as products and people. Also on Wednesday, Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles said the chief executive has been free from all COVID-19 symptoms for the past 2 days, citing the latest medical bulletin from his physician, Dr. Samuel Zacate. She adds, based on Dr. Zacate's report, the president has finished all his medications and is now ready to go back to face-to-face activities. The Land Transportation Office is taking the fight against fixers to social media as it enjoined the public to beware of these unscrupulous online services. Office in charge attorney Romeo Veracruz said the LTO has undertaken entrapment operations against individuals in social media who offer processing of licensing requirements for a fee. Veracruz said the LTO has also ordered regional directors and district heads to prevent fixers from conducting their businesses in their premises. Meanwhile, Veracruz said the LTO is addressing glitches and e-governance to ensure the speedy issuance of licenses. He said among the issues they encountered so far are data migration and a shortage of engravers due to wear and tear. He assured that processing of licenses remains fast despite these glitches. He says the agency also needs some 6.8 billion pesos to resolve the backlog on license plates, saying they will seek Congress's help on the matter.
Yes, ma'am. Ngayon, ang ginagamit ng mga fisher itong yung internet, no? Social media, but meron tayong cyber, yung tinutulungan tayo ng PNP regarding sa pagsukpon nitong cybercrime. Actually, I think a few days ago, meron tayong na-entrap, no? Meron tayong na-entrap at nahuli ang gumagawa ng ganitong krimen na no-show and everything for a fee. So, we advise ang ating mga kababayan na huwag tangkilikin po ito kasi ito po illegal, no? Ito po illegal at merong criminal liability kung sino man ang magtangkilik nito.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, says it will intensify its road clearing operations and road protocols for the safety of students. This as more vehicles are expected to hit the road once face-to-face classes finally resume. MMDA officer in charge Baltasar Melgar says they will focus on road clearing operations to provide alternative routes to motorists and lessen the traffic in major thoroughfares. He also said that the agency will continue to push their other flood control projects in the low-lying areas in Metro Manila.
Ma'am, sa ngayon, tinutuloy namin yung aming programa sa trapiko, yung of course, yung road clearing operation, mga sidewalk clearing operation. Tuloy-tuloy po yan kasi pag wala yung mga obstruction na yan, mabilis yung ating bibilis ang daloy ng ating trapiko. Ngayon din, ganoon din po sa flood control ay itong aming mga facilities. We have 71 pumping station na ino-operate, minimaintain dito sa Metro Manila, na yan po ay minaman ng ating mga personnel 24/7 para po pagka dumating po ang malakas na ulan ay maano kaagad natin, mapaandar natin ang ating mga makinarya.
Meanwhile, Melgar said the MMDA is still consulting with Metro Manila mayors on whether they will implement the same number coding scheme once face-to-face classes start.
Siguro ma'am, pag-aaralan natin yan kasi sa ngayon kasi ang number coding natin ay ini-implement lang natin ng rush hour, no? So siguro kung titingnan natin pagka talagang dumadami na ang sasakyan dahil yun nga, balik eskwela tayo, eh pag-aaral po namin at i-ano namin yan, i-discuss namin sa Metro Manila Council.
Status of delivery of philsys ID or the national ID may be tracked through a website by the Philippine Postal Corporation or Post Office. The PhilPost clarified that undelivered philsys ID does not mean they are lost. Marita Moahe reports.
Bothered by the fact that a year after applying for the national ID, there is no sign yet of where it ended or was it even processed. The PhilPost clarified that there is a way to track these most awaited IDs through the website tracking.philpost.gov.ph. Once you click on this website, you will be prompted to enter your transaction number provided in your transaction slip in the tracking number box and then click track. After doing this, the status of your Philippine national ID card on when and where it was dispatched should be displayed. A not found status should not be a cause for panic, says PhilPost. Postmaster General Norman Fulgencio said this merely means that your ID has not been received by the post office yet. In this case, PhilPost advises the public to call the Philippine Identification System Hotline 1388 or send them messages via Facebook Messenger PSA Philsys Official or email them at info@philsys.gov.ph. To date, Fulgencio said that the post office has already received more than 13.7 million philsys ID nationwide. This is equivalent to 94% of the 14.5 million ID cards that have been turned over to them for dispatch as of June 30, 2022. Fulgencio said that PhilPost is given 30 days to deliver the philsys ID in far-flung areas in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. In cities, delivery takes less than 15 days while they attempt to do another delivery in case the recipient's house is closed. PhilPost and the Philippine Statistics Authority, which is handling the philsys ID, have already discussed doing the plaza-type delivery, where all mails shall have been entrusted to an authorized person or barangay for pickup. For the Pna Newsroom, I am Marita Moahe.
The Filipino nurse who injected the first COVID-19 vaccine dose in the world has received the prestigious George Cross Award in the United Kingdom. May Parsons received the award from UK's Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles, along with National Health Service England CEO Amanda Pritchard at Windsor Castle. She offered the award in memory of their fallen colleagues who sacrificed their lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. Parsons, a modern matron at University Hospital Coventry and Warwickshire Trust, administered the first COVID-19 vaccine to Maggie Keenan on December 8, 2020. The George Cross is the highest award granted by the British government to civilians who have shown great acts of gallantry, heroism, or courage in circumstances of extreme danger. And that's the latest from the PNA Newsroom. Stay tuned for more updates on the biggest stories throughout the day. I am William Theo. Good day to all.